Okay, today we are going to stretch the psoas muscle, that deep muscle that runs from your leg into the lower back. So to set up for this position, you're going to take one leg out and want to go into a little bit of a wide stance with that foot. So it's a little bit outside of that hip. We're going to take the back foot and kick it out like a kickstand. So it's a little bit outside of the hip itself. And once we're here, we can go into a little bit of a tail tuck and then what I call the knighted position. So we can start to rest that forward arm onto that standing leg. And then we want to create a little bit of side bend from that right hip and right lower rib. And once you're here, you can take that same side arm and we can press forward, creating some tension. We can bring that arm up towards the ceiling to increase some of that tension down into that psoas, making sure that that front knee is above your ankle, making sure that we're keeping some of that forward lean, maintaining that tail tuck position. And one of the last things we add to this one is we want to think about rotating your pelvis towards that down leg. So for this one, we're going to rotate the pelvis a little bit to the right, and you might start to feel more of a stretch around that psoas. You want to think about your head pushing away from that bottom knee. You want to think about that bottom knee pushing into the ground, and the knee of the standing leg is also pushing away, and that's where you'll get that total stretch. Play around with it if you don't feel it, and it takes some time. Let's do the opposite side psoas. So you're going to take that leg and step forward a little bit out to the side, getting a wide base. Take the opposite foot and kick it out like a kickstand. From here, we're going to go into a knighted position with your arm resting across your thigh. Add a little bit of a side bend at that left side torso. Take your arm, press it forward. You can start to bring it above your head, making sure that we're maintaining a tucked tailbone. And from here, think about your head pushing away from that knee and that knee driving into the ground. Try to breathe and stay tall here. Play around with the angle if you don't feel this stretch, but you should feel that right in the center, deep in your core. Keep breathing. We hold each stretch for 30 seconds. Make sure you're pulling your wrist back on that top arm. Add a little bit more side bend. Rotate your pelvis away from that top leg. Keep breathing into that stretch. Keep rotating. And you can rest, and that'll end the stretch.